In high school, Hillcrest International School, Marcus met Matthew and Tayo, then later they were introduced to Shapaman. Karun met a friend named Zara whom she met at that time and became friends, and she was cousins with Marcus, who was a producer. She knew Karun loved to sing, so she decided to introduce her to Marcus. Karun was introduced to Tayo, Shapaman and Marcus. They were already doing music at the time with Suzanne, who was their music guardian, who was also mum to Marcus. Karun made a couple of songs with them. The initial group was amazed by Karun's talent. Tayo on behalf of the group requested Karun to be part of them. With no hesitation, Karun was down to earth, being part of them and do music together. At the age of 13-14, as Karun just joined in high school, Camp Mulla was formed. Her parents were down to support her in the music journey. Now Camp Mulla started hanging out in studio, making music. They finally finished Funky Town album. Suzanne, who was Marcus' mother, she owned Sub-Sahara Records, introduced Shafi to them, who gave them their first gig at Kiss FM. Initially, Camp Mulla was a hip-hop group. But here was the real breakthrough. They decided to try a new sound to fit the nightlife. This is when Party Don't Stop came in.
This party don't stop, don't stop. This party don't stop. It goes on and this party don't stop, don't stop. This party don't stop.
This song became their game changer. It was different and people loved it. They ended up on MTV Base, radios, and now to touring to countries like South Africa to perform at Big Brother, Rwanda and UK. They also got nominated for BET Awards because of the song. They got to go to record labels and meet their idols. Wizkid, a well-recognized Nigerian artist, also got to the studio with Camp Mulla and recorded a song with them.
Yeah. Riding in the ghost, smoking in the loud. I don't see nobody, I don't hear nobody. Listening to Mulla, thinking of my Mulla. Easy on my feet. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, I pray for blessings, young G, making big pop. Yeah, my mama told me never stop, never delay. I'm steady on my grind. I got this deep inside me. Music flowing deep inside.
Getting recognized by voices like Major Lazer, though Camp Mulla refused to work with him due to genre differences. Catching up with Nigerian artists like Davido? This is how they blew up so fast. Camp Mulla was now on international levels. No one knew this was the end of an era. Due to a lot of accountabilities, at a young age, they still didn't know what they were doing, they had no structure. Camp Mulla had to figure out who they really were. Each of Camp Mulla's members also had priorities to take, which led them to break. After the breakup, Karun left Kenya and went to California. She went to a school called Cal Arts. She later moves to Boston. Not her being in one of the most prestigious music colleges in the world, Karun went through seasonal depression. She realized she had anxiety, social anxiety, which also led her to panic attacks. This was her first time experiencing this situation. And because she was diagnosed by it, she generalized it. She was on her own, lived on her own, got to discover who she was. Tayo also came across same depression and challenges. Transition of being a group artist to a solo artist. Solo artist felt different for Karun. In terms of decision-making, music itself. All in all, this felt right for her coming up as a solo artist. She started developing as a solo R&B artist and also trying different sounds like Afro beats and pop music. Where would Camp Mulla be if they gave consistency? Was that a good idea that they had to split? Now that they are trying to catch ground again, will they recover where they were? This is the story behind a Kenyan young group artists named Camp Mulla. This is Traplibrary, we call it a rap.
So if it's cool, let me know. We can kick it to the VIP because the party don't stop till 3. Meaning you're in the crib all over me.